Hello, so in this video we're going to go over this year at a glance template that I just got from Ali Abdaal. So this is a video he just created about a week ago, and it showcases not just the template, but it also showcases a link to get the template. So you can go get Ali Abdaal's template of how he manages his time. And this is actually an exercise, so it's not necessarily literally how he manages his time, but it's an exercise to understand days and the days of the month and the rest of the year. And you can do this for a year, for a quarter, for a month, for the rest of the year. Right now I'm creating this video in May, so maybe you're like, oh, the next 6 months are very important in my life and I want to map that out, and this is a great system to do it. What's really cool too is the style that Ali Abdaal adds to this. It's not just a basic sheet, but I want to go a little bit deeper and show you in this video a couple of things. I want to show you, one, how I think this sheet individually could be better. A couple of font choices, style choices, you'll see. And then also go into branding. So if you're giving away a free Google Sheet like this, in this description, you won't be able to get this sheet. You have to go to Ali Abdaal's. I won't give you the sheet for free unless you are a Better Sheets member. If you're a Better Sheets member, you get this sheet that I made better for Ali Abdaal. So when you're making a sheet, and if you want to give this away, if you want to give this style of sheet, it's a workbook or a planner kind of thing, which I highly recommend you do if your kind of customers, clients, audience is going to enjoy this kind of thing. But make it your own. You'll see all about that later. Really how to brand it. I'll share with you how to do that, and I'll walk through doing this for Ali here. First off, the number one thing I would change, and this is not necessarily the best change, but I just want to recommend it, is in the sheet itself and in the instructions from the email. Here's some instructions. We have these long-winded instructions and images of make a copy, rename this copy, click here. That doesn't seem like a lot if you're copying a lot of sheets, but we can make this better. This URL that is shared in Ali Abdaal's email is a direct email, not a direct sheet, a direct link to the sheet. But if you add copy, you get this. And sometimes you might hear that recommendation /copy, and this makes it one click to copy. But here's the problem with this, is that it doesn't allow someone to really just see it and know that they're copying the right thing. If you mess up this link, it's not so clear if this is wrong or not. And so this actually produces, I think, more trouble and more contemplation, more complication. But what you can do is go template/preview. By doing this, you get to see inside the sheet. The one complication I would say with this is that this use template button does say use template. So you do have to give some messaging of copy it here by clicking on this use template button. But here's the thing, it's not as complicated as going to file, make a copy. And here's also the thing, you don't necessarily have to give instructions on how to make a copy. This file, make a copy is very well known, and if somebody doesn't know how to use that, then they might not be using a Google Sheet properly. Just something to think about. Totally, I actually am erring on the side of more instructions and not just these sort of screenshots of 2 steps, but at least let people know that click use template and give them maybe all of these options. Say, hey, click here and copy to your Google Drive. Click here and see a preview and copy it to your Google Drive. Click here to access the sheet immediately. Because here's something interesting that happens when you are creating a sheet that you know, okay, other people will use asynchronously, meaning you're gonna send an email, you're gonna have this on your website, you're gonna have it somewhere, sign up to my newsletter and we'll send you the link, blah, blah, all that stuff. If you're doing it that way, then yes, you'll want to give this sort of /copy or /template preview. But if you're doing something like a community organizing or like a live stream or something, having all of these anonymous animals actually does create a little bit of community. I know they're anonymous. I know they're weird and colorful. If you become a Better Sheets member, if you are a Better Sheets member or you become a Better Sheets member, you can actually choose your avatar in Better Sheets, by the way. Note to Better Sheet members, you can choose your avatar at Better Sheets. But of all the things in Google Sheets and Google Workspace, always feels lonely. We are here sitting in our chair on our computer in a sheet but we know that other people are around. We are collaborating, right? Especially if you are editing with other people in your workspace, in your work, it gives a little bit of camaraderie, right? So if you're doing something live, or at least pressurizing that time into maybe an hour or so, having these anonymous animals ends up just adding a little bit of more fun to it. So I do understand why maybe during launches, maybe during a product hunt launch or product launch, or like a weekend hackathon or a community event, or if you're trying to gather 100 people to add something or get something right in a matter of a day, this might be great to see that there's other people here. So I would not discount just giving the plain URL. All right, but let's make a copy and make some actual changes. So actually, let's jump into this sheet, talk about it a little bit, and make some changes, because Ali Abdaal has made a wonderful sheet, but has missed number one advice I ever give about Google Sheets is Arial. Don't use Arial. So the number one thing I would change about this sheet, I don't know why there's a blank thing here. I don't know why. But honestly, the sheet looks great, right? What ends up happening is he does a couple of things, right? Very right. He deletes all of the unnecessary rows and columns, except these two for some reason. Has a nice header that actually, funny enough, matches the color here. So just a shade lower. I would actually make these shades these lower maybe to match it, but that's not really making it better. What is making it better is if we change this Arial text to, let's say, Carla. Carla is like my favorite font right now. Change it to Carla, increase the font a little bit. We don't even need to. We can keep it at 11. Just bring some freshness. I would also, you know what? These are pastel colors, which make it very nice. There's an opportunity here for Comic Sans. I would not bold it. I would, in fact, gray it out a little bit. This might look weird because it's different. But I think it's better because you will know the month. The month is something you just need to see the word, know it. You don't have to be reminded of it. One of the classic mistakes we make is have our headers bold and bright, and then our data very hard to read and mushed up. So I would maybe even do this. I would make the numbers here something like 12. And then I would take this header row and decrease it down to 10. You only need to glance at this header, and maybe again I would take these down a step, right? These are using these classics, so they're easy to take down a little bit. Yeah, what happens is that this sheet looks not monotone, mono something. Oh, this one's unique here. That's good. I'd add more unique colors. And you ran out of unique colors. And you also don't need to have so many different colors. You can have them maybe have the different seasons here. But yeah, just do this by hand. We don't need that header to be so bright. And he did a wonderful job of having it not like in your face in a whole row. This is different. But I do think the main focus should be on the content here, especially when you're planning. And let's look at these numbers too. I think we can take these down a notch as well. Let's try to do that. Let's take this text. I'm actually going to go over and do a custom number. I like 444, 444. I think that's way better than the darkest dark. And maybe even, what happens if we do white? So in this case, if it's white text you want, which actually might look nicer, you do need to do the darker background. So I would go back to this. Just playing around and trying to make this a little bit better. There we go. Yeah, this white looks great instead of this black. So there, all the headers are back to their background darker and their white text. I think that looks way better. We can increase this if you want at a glance. So this is year at a glance. So the idea is that you're just getting this sort of big picture. So what might happen is if your text at the header is too small, like 10, and here's 12, your words, you're gonna actually lose the header completely. But honestly, that's not such a bad idea, right? We don't need this header to remind us it's December. We're gonna get that by contextual reasons, right? By being here at the end of the month, the end of the year. This does look a little too pastel-y, too Eastery, I would try to brand these headers towards more seasonal, right? And the other thing that's going to happen is that this looks nice as it is, but once we start adding things and having a large amount of text here, or maybe not a large amount of text, but we're going to be merging some of these to say, hey, this week is vacation or something, right? We're going to have a lot more text here. What I would do is I would just right away make all of these, I'm holding down Command to select all of these. I would just make these a little bit bigger. Aesthetically, you might want to take a photo or a screenshot of this, especially if you're trying to share it. But yeah, like I would give a lot more room because this is what people are going to use this. And depending on your viewport, this looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, almost like 4.5. So I would maybe do 4 months in a viewport. Depends a lot on your viewport because if you can do something like, can't do it. But we can zoom out, zoom in, depends on the size of your sheet. But look, right now I have it at 4 months across. That's a nice, no, it's just more than a quarter. Oh my God, 3 months is a quarter. So you can even do something like this. That's a little bit too much. Keep going a little bit down. There we go. So now we got a quarter there. And then maybe add a break here if you really don't want to see the next quarter yet. Because we're going to put a lot more text here, and then it's just going to break down, right? You can even have sort of each quarter on a separate tab if you want. I like the idea, though, that it is at a glance, and you see a year, and you see these months next to each other. They're so quick. And one more subtle change I would do is I changed this background to F8, and I think it really does improve the readability. Honestly, like having a less contrast background of your Google Sheet is just generally, you're going to be able to spend a lot more time here. And you can see it, you can even up the background a little bit. But by doing this, you're just going to be able to spend more time glancing at it. I know the high contrast looks good and looks great, especially in screenshots. And maybe you, again, if you're trying to sell this or sell a version of this like a planner or a workbook, you want to take some things away from this, having a high contrast version might be great for like social media shares, but actual usability of it is going to highly increase if you can actually make it a good experience using your sheets. Having this sort of darker background here, and you can hopefully see the difference. It's a minor difference, but it helps over the many hours. If you haven't yet, I would also check out Sheet Styles add-on. So this add-on, it's absolutely free. Go to Sheet Styles, styles.bettersheets.co or bettersheets.co/tools, and you can get it. It's absolutely free. It has that paper style, which is Facebook F8, but also has papyrus style, which is a little darker background, and you can do the whole sheet this way. Start off with this as a template, a base, and then create your template on top of it. It's great. Data management also does row by row, so you can color all of the rows, alternating rows. And there is a return to default if you do wish to like just make it, do some typing, do some data entry, and then revert it back to default, which is just Arial white background and blackest black text. Okay, so let's do something else to this sheet that we want to make it better. Okay, one of the things that I've noticed, especially when giving away freebies, is that if you're giving away a free sheet, ultimately you actually want people to share it. Ultimately, one, the sheet itself should be helpful. 2, the sheet itself should absolutely be shared, and you want people to share it. Sure, like you're gonna want people to like share your link and have others sign up, but let's be real here. Once this sheet is in someone's Google Drive, it is very hard for them not to just share. This share button is the biggest button on this page. And so let's just look at reality and think, how do we make this sheet shareable? Easy to share, great to share, people want to share it, but also has a link back to our site, right? So what I would do and what I like doing is adding a big header that anyone can delete as well if they really want. Let's just make it gray. Maybe not a big header, but actually, you know what? I don't even suggest this. You may want to do that, but I would say on these instructions. So here's one quick thing. This URL, just make a button here. Hyperlink is going to be this URL, and actually add template preview to it, and then label it click to make a copy. I did not put quotes here. There. Instead of all these instructions, we can get rid of all these instructions and just have click to make a copy. And then here, you have more instructions on how to use it. And if you want a button, like a really cool button, go to Google Workspace, get add-ons, button styles, install button styles here. This is, oh, it is installed. And what you get to do is have a 3x3 cell extension button styles, and you can create a really cool button. You can set a custom style. We have some presets here. Let's do this neon blue one. And it creates this really cool button, and you can add some text to it with a hyperlink. Click to make a copy. Let's change that text to white. Let's go with, what I like is Oswald. It's down here. No one ever uses it because it's in the O's, right? Click to make a copy. Boom. There we go. A wonderful big button that says click to make a copy and has /template/preview. This is so much easier to use than those instructions. Now the instructions can be on how to use this planner. And now we have an instruction sheet that is click to make a copy. Here's how to use this planner. And Ali Abdaal, let's look at his site and see what else we can do. Because I think we can add some cool logos. Oh yeah, we want to, no, we don't want, let's just take a screenshot of this. And we're going to insert an image inset. We want, oh, we got this stupid yellow thing in the way. So let's actually, are we going to get that all the time? Let's try to, okay, we got a screenshot. Let's go back here and actually insert it over this one. So we're going to do insert image in a cell. We're going to drop Ollie's signature right there. So this is a this is an image from your website directly in here, into this, right? We got it right there. Ooh, now HTML colors, we're going to grab the colors from this file because we want to match it very well. And this is how we do it. We go grab this URL, not hex code, and we are going to change all of this background to a custom color. Oh, we can do that. Cool. That's not it. Let's try that again. Custom color. I think it's going to be this one. There we go. Now that image from the website, the background color has already been determined. We can now integrate this image right here. It doesn't look out of place. Maybe all of this does. And we can color all of this too. And for those who get through the instructions on how to use this planner, I have this text from Ollie's website. It says, and over at Sunday Snippets newsletter. And I would put a link right here and make another. Let's make another button. Let's do it over here. These three. We just got to select a 3x3 selection. And then we're going to add this neon yellow style. And we're going to do equals hyperlink. Here's the hyperlink to Ali Abdaal. So sign up for Sunday Snippet. There we go. Let's change that text. Oh, nope, not the background. That doesn't look great. We want that black. Never mind. All right, we can also do Command U to get rid of the underline there. Click sign up for Sunday Snippets, click to make a copy. Great, we have some sheets. We can also change these colors, by the way. Maybe I want to try, what is this color? Let's get this hex code. Let's change that to make it more branded, right? Not that far away. We'll do that again here. Okay, let's change this also to Oswald and white. That looked good. What was this, 17? So this could be like 15. Great, perfect. We can also make this longer if we want. But yeah, we got these great buttons. We got instructions on how to use this planner. We got some information about Sunday Snippets, link to your website, Ali. And it looks like your website too, right? We have the same background color here in the sheet. So the sheet is an extension of Ollie's website, which Ollie's website is an extension of him and his business, right? It is the key part. We can have all of this information as well. We can format and put into these instructions, or even more information, right? There could be another tab here called more information about Ollie, or more information, whatever the point is, right? You can add more tabs and have this embedded inside the sheet. So now if anybody ever copies this and shares it, there are now still links to Ollie's website. There's links to make a copy. There are branded parts of this sheet that encompass are inside of here and very easy to copy. And if you're trying to get longevity out of these free things, having links to other free things are really wonderful. Here, Ali has a free Notion template with his best productivity, his favorite productivity techniques. Adding that, a link to that in the sheet, right? Adding a tab and not saying instructions, but a more productivity. Or for Notion, get free Notion template. You can take this, duplicate it, and really call it free Notion template. And now this is embedded. Now anyone getting this sheet, now it is very rare that someone is going to get this sheet, come to this tab and delete this and then share it with someone. Very rare. That is a lot of steps. What's going to happen more often than not, the reality of it is someone's going to get it, download it, put it in their Google Drive, and then when it comes up in conversation, they're going to share their sheet with that person. Of course, they are also going to say, hey, I got this from Ali Abdaal. That is going to be a table stakes, part of the conversation. But the sheet itself now is embedded with Ali's tools, Ali's links, things that Ali has in his brand, for his brand, and now anytime anyone shares this, it is more and more reason that someone else is going to come and find Ali based on this exact planner that is really awesome and really useful, right? You make something really cool, really useful, give it away for free, embed it with all of these other free things and links to your site, and you will never go wrong. There is a non-0% chance that you will get more traffic from this than without. So this is really cool. We took this sheet here, took the instructions away, made it more how-to about the sheet, gave easy-to-use links for people to copy it to their drive, made buttons. We also made this a little bit better with better fonts and a little bit different header. Again, I would recommend making the sheet useful, and if you do want a high contrast, big boldness, I would say take a screenshot, put it in your sales, but making the sheet useful and better for users. And even if it's going to be less contrast, it's going to be less zingy, it's okay. Have that as a sales thing, but have make people enjoy Google Sheets. Let them enjoy Google Sheets much more and not get headaches from high contrast. You don't have to worry about bold, big headers. We're going to get through those headers. We're going to see them, glance at them, and be done with them. Now we can actually use this sheet consistently and all the time. It's really cool. And I also talked about branding the sheet much more. And I hope this helps you as a Google Sheet user if you're trying to make Google Sheets for your lead magnets for your business. Hopefully this makes it better for you. And also go check out Ali Abdaal's site, get stuff. His website, his YouTube video here about managing time. Great. This was only one part of that video. Really great tools and tips that Ali shares all the time. So you want to watch another video here on Better Sheets channel on YouTube, go check out this ROAS calculation here. For you Facebook nerds, I think this will be really fun. If you already know what ROAS is, watch this video. If you don't know what ROAS is, watch this video. If you've seen that viral plant Google Sheet, I show you how to build it right here.